All right. Hello, hello. Good morning to everyone that's waking up. Beautiful day here in Tuliolo. So, where we left off was we were helping the Festive peoples, and we had a choice either to start helping the Hanu, which is this parrot-looking Vanu, or the Festive people. And you do both, but you just choose which one you do first. So now we're going to be helping the Hanu. So let's just get right into it. I've been quite content waiting here, dining on the third promise's coin, but it seems you're ready to ask your questions now. So, what is it you'd like to know? The route to Okana. We go south through the Arch of the Dawn, then follow the road which runs alongside the Kozama'Uka River. Is that right? It is. Be warned, however, my brethren tell me the recent storm has rendered the path even muddier than usual. The footing is quite poor in some parts. Far worse was the destruction visited upon our homes, though. Houses were torn apart, and several people injured if not killed. Even our beloved festival is in danger of being called off this year. If you do still plan on going, I must urge you to proceed with caution. Be sure to watch our footing, thank you. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. It sounds like they were hit hard by that storm. Anyway, if we're bound for Kozama'Uka, we should head over to the Arch. Alright, so going this way. Where are we going? Here we are. I had other quests popping up. So I did a bunch of the other stuff off stream. I did a few quests in the Alpaca area. It wasn't MSQ, but it was just the basic quests, which were pretty interesting. I usually don't do the side quests that much, but I was kind of interested into seeing what they were kind of about. Also leveling Summoner, Pictomancer, and Dark Knight all at the same time. So, yeah. And my Disciples of the Land. Some of my Disciples of the Hand. But yeah, back to MSQ. Alright, Aaronville. The Hanuhanu are a friendly folk who should welcome us with open arms, assuming they are not too preoccupied with recent troubles, that is. Through this gate, and we'll be on our way south to Kozama'Uka. Yes, that is true. Should have liked to observe the festival, but the Hanu are probably not in the mood to celebrate. I swear that gate gets bigger every time I see it. Considering the size of Gulul Jaja though, I suppose it's better than having it to be small. Oh yeah, that's a pretty big gate. Welcome to Jurassic Park. That's what it reminds me of. Alright, this guy. Are we all ready to leave? Yep, let's go. Then onward to Kozama'Uka. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Open the way. And just like that, we're off.
Kozama'Uka. the land of rainbow terraces. It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Llamahat, we proceeded along the marshy trail, a road upon which the Dawn Servant and his comrades once traveled.
Nice. Looks very similar to Thavnair, with those mountain peaks jutting out like that.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
The Isle of Ham was impressive, but as you can see, Tulihiola does not want for natural wonders.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
I won't. I told you I've been here before.
She's gonna fall in a bog, I can tell.
Come on. Okanu isn't much farther.
I'd love to stand at the bottom of those huge waterfalls and bask in the majesty of it all. Pity they're so far away. Wetlands is an apt name. Much of the ground here is positively saturated. How very astute of you, Alphano. There is no stopping the third promise, is there? A good thing she has Aaronville to keep her from getting lost. For all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be so lucky to have such a loyal childhood friend. Right, let's get moving. If we continue along this road, we should find ourselves in the village before long. Alright. Well, let's, Oh, what is that guy? Uolan. Oh, that's the... I did a quest and you get, you sell this merchant this hairbrush that's made from the fur of an Uolan. That's what they look like. Its face. little antlers there too. Those are funny. I like it. I like how the architecture is similar but different, you know? It's like made from the same materials, but it's constructed like completely differently than Iliolo. Also, like the mists are making this area look so cool. Back to it. Laissez. The water from the falls must flood the wetlands and flow into all these streams and rivers. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. Oh, stupid, distracting waterfalls. Oh, what did she do? So this is a Hanuhanu village. One can tell at a glance how very different their culture is to the Vanus. Assuming we have the right idea, one of the Dawn Servant's electors should be here somewhere. Ah, everyone has arrived. and none the worse for wear, except for a certain third promise who slipped in the mud despite my explicit warnings. I knew it! Hey, I asked you not to say anything. Anyway, this is the Hanuhanu village I was telling you about, Hanu. Level up. I agreed to serve as a guide, not a nursemaid. It's like our friend said, the people are in no mood for festivities. I can only assume they are still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we came to do and find this elector. Oho Kali! Oho what now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you heard it the last time you were here. While I was busy enjoying the festival. Greetings to the third promise and her entourage. I, Zanuhali, welcome you to Okanu. As elder of my people, I shall also be fulfilling the duties of elector doing the rite of succession. Oh, great. I'm ready. Give me the feat and test my worth. All in good time, all in good time. In fact, I came to let you know that we are not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. Oh. Right then. It helped to do some investigating at Wachimpelo, so let's take a look around here as well. Might I suggest a division of forces? For instance, Anvil, Alizé, and Kral could concentrate on the southern half of the settlements. Meanwhile, Buklamat, Rohi, and myself will handle this northern half. Alright. Sounds good to me. Now, I know you're all thinking it. Are those eggs or is that fruit from a tree some nearby? I like this carpet. It really, like, looks like you could just feel... Really nice to walk on. Alright. Well, there's an Aether right here. So let's go attune. Ooh, vantage points. Oh. Gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful winds. Repairs appear to be ongoing. Sigh, you heard about the storm? I've never seen the likes of it before. With the supplies and help the Dawn servant sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there is so much else that was lost for good. Hmm. A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hanu I've spoken to are not their usual cheery selves. That storm broke more than woods and reeds. There must be something I can do to help them. I'm going to look around a bit more. Right. Let's talk to the gemstone. Oh yeah, this guy knows what's up. Always be casting. Always be casting. Bundled reeds. The dry and shrunken bundles suggest the reeds were harvested some time ago. And it looks like we gotta go over there, but we might have to go from there. Boat of woven reeds. Oh, that's really cool. Ooh, it's missing an eye. Oh, I wonder if this is for the festival or if this is like what they actually use for boats. I mean, it looks pretty fancy, so it's probably for the festival. Woven from reeds, this boat-like vessel is reminiscent of a bird. The beak and feathered tail in particular stand out. Talking to Alphano. This boat must be woven from the same reeds I've seen gathered into bundles here and there. The plants hold both practical and cultural significance to the Hanu then. Hello? Can you all hear me? I'm told they're ready to receive us now. Come to the large building in the south of the village. On my way! We got to hurry over too.
No sign of Zorolja, or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Zorolja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, elder of the Hanu. I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Not so fast. Surely you couldn't begin without us.
You made it after all.
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed. It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawn Servant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament. For surely, those who aspire to be Dawn Servant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
Why bother mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
Oh, mercy me! You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat-giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
I was wondering how they were going to resolve that.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The feat of reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
All right.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use. What of Little Miss Mittens? You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running. Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
Alright, Kryl. I understand not wanting to fall behind, but rushing ahead risks playing into our opponent's hands. Let's not do anything reckless and think matters through. This kind of feat is tailor-made for a rational, educated scholar like Kona. Not that I intend to gratify him with a response, but Bakul Jaja's provocations are hard to ignore. That's the point. So the Hanuhanu also eat the reeds, yet another way in which they differ from the Vanu. Alright. I don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hanu, then we're going to find it. I'll make Bakul Jaja eat his words. Understanding the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves and then deduce the cause of their poor condition. Aaronville, will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course, follow me. Alright. I know she wants to do her best, but she could be careful not to make promises she cannot keep. Look at these fields. Why, this could be a painting. I see. They irrigate the fields by diverting water from the neighboring river. 'Tis unlikely the reeds ever dry out. And there I thought these feats would have us battling dire fiends or similar. Agriculture is a far thornier problem. Alright, you can all stand back. I'll get to the bottom of this problem in no time. Alright, see ya. Give me strength. Let's all of us scour the fields and help our bold leader identifying anything unusual. Alright. Wilted reeds. As Hanuhanu described, the reeds appear wilted and unhealthy. Paddy water? The water contains no obvious contaminants and looks fresh and clear at a cursory glance. Paddy mud. The soil in the paddies is, as one would expect, rich in color and suitably moist, not dry nor flaky. We missed one back here. Oh. Frog! A very tired frog. A lethargic frog. A small frog catches your eye. Strangely lackadaisical, it doesn't even bother to hop when it eventually scurries away. Oh. Interesting. It just scurried away instead of hopped away. Well, alright. Alize? Oh, a water strider. A bit sluggish though. More of a water shambler. Not amiss with the paddies themselves, as far as I can tell. Any luck? Oh, and Kryle's over here. Yeah. Okay. What have you figured out? Seen enough? I'll call everyone together and we can share our discoveries. Well, what do we think? Any obvious problems? The wildlife seem weird. I agree, the waters look to be of good quality, as does the mud in which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid. This suggests the problem is affecting not only the reeds, but also the creatures which live among them. Could something invisible to the naked eye be polluting the water? You would need an alchemist to know for certain. I don't have much to add about the fields, but something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creatures seem lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of all the listless villagers. They've suffered a terrible tragedy, I know, but there is another reason for their flagging spirits, I believe. Go on. The festival! This is traditionally an occasion for celebration and renewal, so without it, the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. The last time I visited the village was in the middle of the festivities. You'll never see the Hanuhanu more joyful and alive. It's an indispensable part of their culture, and its absence will only compound their woes. So I say we help them put on their festival, give them a reason to cheer in these sad times. Who knows? Maybe fixing one problem could lead us to a solution for the other. I mean, she's on to something, but also there could be something else. Most likely there's something else. Stranger things have happened. Right? Yeah. Have you ever met the Namazu? I fail to see the relation between festivals and fields. Let's not be too hasty in dismissing the idea. Things which seem unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True, and being bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Besides, this is Llamahat's journey. It's only right that we follow her lead. Thanks, everyone. By the way, does anyone know where the festival float is? It's like a boat woven from reeds that looks like a bird. Oh, I do. Saw it earlier. In that big building to the north? Let's go and see it. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. Well, get used to it, Aaronville. Ooh, yup. Sounds like a sound one of my friends makes. Raid. Ooh, whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Oh, I wonder what's up there, actually. Oh, it's Hanuhanu. Let's say hello. Who will be the victor of the right of succession? Who will claim the throne? It's all so exciting. It is. Here it is. Right, Alize. Look at the size of that thing. I hope they don't expect me to help carry it. Handles gave me pause before, but now I understand their purpose. I've never been here during festival season, so this is all new to me too. What a charming float! I wonder what bird was the inspiration for its design. Well, it's certainly not a chocobo. Yes, this is the float I remember. Does it not appear somewhat damaged to you? We should take a closer look. Inspect it. Well, I know the eye is missing, so... Are there any feathers missing? Oh dear, one of the bird's eyes seems to be missing a gemstone. Alright. Oh, a broken handle. Oh, that's definitely broken. How will they lift this? How will they lift this great big vessel without all the carrying poles intact? Bedraggled feathers. Oh yeah. These tail feathers have seen better days. I swear the colors were a lot brighter the last time I saw them. Well, I think we can all agree this bird boat is in dire need of repairs. Now, how do we go about fixing it? What is going on here? We were admiring your festival float. 'Tis a shame it's in such a poor state, due to the recent storm, I gather? Yes, we had to leave it exposed while we ushered our people to safety. With the float in this condition, there can be no lifting of wings, no Ihuykatumu. Ihuykatumu, that's what the festival's called. I want to help you hold it. Have you not seen our village? Homes are ruined, we're struggling to make repairs, and you want us to hold a harvest festival? I know how it sounds, but giving it into misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth may help give you the strength to work through this tragedy. The role of festival leader is mine this year, and there's nothing I would like more than to lift everyone's spirits. But we don't even have enough materials to repair the float. We need Abokiksa for the missing eye, Uyoipo wood for the poles, and feathers from the winds chosen to adorn the tail. 2 of these I know. Abokiksa is a type of precious stone used in arcane equipment, and Uyoipo wood is essential for crafting ceremonial instruments. These chosen feathers, however... The winds chosen is the victor of a competition in which the contestants see who can blow a feather the furthest using wind magics. And that's something of a problem right now. We Hanuhanu are gifted at employing such airy sorceries, but expend a great deal of mana when doing so. We are soon exhausted by the effort, and having no reeds to eat will only make it harder. I think I understand. Your vibrant reeds grow quickly and vigorously, so much so that they stifle the development of nearby plants. They must be a potent source of the energies you naturally lack. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've been left enervated, and if we cannot gather the correct materials as dictated by custom, we cannot repair the festival floats. Oddly enough, we may have just stumbled upon our solution. The winds chosen would, by necessity, have a natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feathers taken from the victor should be high in ethereal conductivity. The float's construction also requires a stone used in arcane equipment, as well as timber favored for ceremonial tools. The demand for such specific materials must have an underlying reason. The float might also function as an arcane device. Precisely what I was thinking. This boat of reeds is in fact an arcane focus of some kind. Focus? For what? Oh, Ihuykatumu is a harvest festival, isn't it? That must mean the float was made to encourage healthy crops, so if we repair the boat and hold the festival, its arcane powers might fix what's wrong with the reeds. We won't know until we try, but 'tis a sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual ceremonies, these have all been known to elicit miraculous effects. Wait. The float a tool for magic? This is the first I'm hearing of it. In the beginning, it may well not have been. After a good harvest year, there would be no reason to change it. But when the harvest was poor, new adornments were likely added, and those who performed the labor may have imbued their work with ardent hopes for a brighter future. Through years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival float into a focus for harvest prayers. Incredible. I know you're practically fainting from hunger, but reviving Ihuykatumu really does sound like the solution to all your woes, and I promise we'll do everything in our power to help you. I'm still not convinced about this focus business, but I accept your aid nonetheless. I will introduce you to the shipwright who's been maintaining the float these last few years. He's replaced both the eyes and the poles before, so he should know where and how to procure what we need. Then allow Alize and I to acquire the feathers. We will encourage the people of Okhanu to gather and vie for the title of Winds Chosen by sharing with them our own reserves of mana. I'll go with you. I carry some alchemical brews that would afford the same effects. And potions. The three of us will visit the shipwright then. Yep. Not without me. I've worked hard to fix the float as best I can, and the responsibility is mine, after all. I've not introduced myself, have I? My name is Hanu. Nice to meet you, Hanu, and certainly, let's all go together. Alright. Hanu. To find myself working alongside the third promise herself is unexpected, to say the least. We're making progress now. The solution to Okhanu's woes is as good as found. Thanks to Llamahat, we found ourselves a promising way forward. Experience and knowledge are valuable assets, but there is something to be said for following one's instincts. Wonder what manner shipwright repairs reed-woven boats. The shipwright's name is Wook Ivu. He's a Shibral who only moved to Kozama'Uka a few years ago, but has since mastered our customs to an almost frightening degree. He's especially strict when it comes to manners, so make sure to offer him a proper Hanuhanu greeting. We wouldn't want to offend him right before asking a favor. A proper Hanuhanu greeting? Oh, that one. Don't worry, I remember how it goes. Then we shouldn't have any problems. Let's head to Oakbeckby to the east of here. Well, let's follow the road east. I wonder what that fenced-in area is over there. Mata. Oh, there's other people here. Oh, it seems they have a place here where visitors can stay. Looks cozy. Look over there. Do you see that big winding staircase? Oh. Goes way up. This is Oakbeckby, the village of all. Those who drift into Kozama'Uka from Tuliolol and elsewhere are welcome to live here alongside the Hanu. As for Ivu, he lives and works in the House of Waters, high at the top of the large tree nearby. Follow me, but I should warn you, the climb up the stairs can be challenging. Ooh, there's an aether current. Go get that real quick. Because I see it. We are hoping to enlist the man's aid, so it pays not to be rude in any case. Ohokali. I should mention that Wook Ivu isn't only a stickler for etiquette, he is also... well, you'll find out soon enough.
What do you want with me?
Right. The greeting. Ohokali!
I love it.
Ohokali!
Oh.
Good. You brought your manners with you. When you know Kanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind. In fact, I get the sense we've met before. You're Llamahat.
Huh?
Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wokavu. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette. Please, take up your axe and claim my impudent head!
I will not. Keep your head. I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, alright?
All right then, consider it forgotten.
This is very silly.
How prompt.
We're actually here about the Ihuykatumu float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
That I do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials. My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
We can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly unconscionable. A gross violation of social protocol.
This guy.
I told you not to worry about such things.
All right then. I shan't worry a whit.
This guy's hilarious.
What's with your Hanu friend there?
I am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Llamahat and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
Huh?
Well, maybe a little.
Allow me to show you where to procure uyuipo. We can leave the abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
I've been there once or twice. I can guide you.
That should save us some time.
All right then, let's get moving.
Oh. Someone's been spying on us, eh? Surprised my character didn't notice.
Chosen one of your rivals is making progress.
Ihiana, you say? Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out. The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
The feeling his own hubris would be his downfall. Or he'll have a change of heart. I doubt. A rather eccentric fellow, but I feel his heart is in the right place. Oh, Llamahat is not with us. Okay. Cave Kigitola is southwest of Hanu. We can return to the village first, then head there on foot. Alright. I'll just teleport there. I almost envy how effortlessly he can shift from one mood to its polar opposite. At least I presume he does so by choice. Southwest of here, was it? Let us be on our way. Alright, through the jungle. That's the pot. Or a barrel. Do they have funny little markings? No, they're just like... regular markings. Oh, what's that big guy over there? Is that a hunt? Yeah, the slammer. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Like a hammerhead gecko. Dinosaur. There they are. Ooh, that looks cool. Look, you can see the falls in the back of the cave. These hollows must have been carved out by the constant deluge of water from above. Cave Kikitola, as promised. Head home to many deadly creatures. Venture inside if you feel confident, but I will conduct my own search out here. You can spot raw... Oh, sorry. You can spot raw Abokisha... I can't say the word. Abokisha by its green-hued glimmer. Bring anything matching that description to me. Abokisha. I think that's how it's said. I shall help scour the inside of the cave, then. You take the west half and I'll take the east. Right? I'll take the west half. Oh. See? Opens up a lot. Well, we got a hunt thing here. Ooh, and there's an Aether Current right there. Upon closer inspection, you find that the glimmer you spied was just light reflecting off the water. Oh. You find a chunk of stone glowing a distinct shade of green. This seems like the exact kind of mineral Hanu was looking for. Nice. We got it. And then we'll go and get this Aether Current. Ooh. This is like bioluminescent moss. That's cool. Okay, Krile. Some of the cave's inhabitants took umbrage at my presence, but it was nothing a few swishes of my brush couldn't handle. I picked over the ground near the entrance, but found nothing. Did you have better luck inside the cave? I did indeed. Yes! This is Abokisha. Along with Krile's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stones you've brought shine very brightly. I thank you both. You would have been happy to know we were putting things right. Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be the festival leader for this year's Ihuykatumu. But when that big storm hit, he did not survive. It fell to me to carry on in his stead. That was why you agreed to Llamahat's request, despite your initial reluctance. Yes, it hurt to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words made me realize that the path to my recovery, our recovery, is already laid out before me, and I will walk it, for myself and for my friend. For the village. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Please, rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companions are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everything will come together and the Hanu shall host a splendid, uplifting festival. That we shall. With that, let us return and deliver the Abokisha into Wook Ivu's waiting hands. Alright, let's go. Probably teleport back and then... Ooh, we can see it now because it's not foggy anymore. I didn't see like the big spiral thing and everything before because of the fog. It's pretty cool. Ooh, now you can really see the waterfalls from this distance. And there's like a settlement over there. Crazy. That's so cool. I like all the different colors of trees. And like the clouds for this like blue sky are so cool. They did a really good job with the skybox. Over that way. And over this way. Looks like there's another village there. House of Waters High. Up and up and up we go. Ooh, now we can get like a real cool vantage point from up here. I mean, we're not flying yet, so... Take a look, because it's clear skies. Gorgeous. You can see everything from here. This is so cool. Oh look, the storm like tore down all these trees down here. It's very good environmental storytelling. Yeah, that's just so cool. This entire formation. And it's just cascading waterfalls. Alright, back to it. I hope Llamahat's foray was as productive as ours. We just got back ourselves. Did you find the stones we needed? We've come too far to stop now. The lifting of wings must go on. I like how his spirits are lifted now. Thanks to the third promise and her mighty swings, we've collected some suitable logs of Uyuipo. What of the Abokisha? Some of these words are bumbling. Yes, these are excellent samples, a goodly quantity too. At this stage, you've likely surmised that the lifting of wings encourages the crops to grow, but not exactly how, eh? Well, you're in for a treat. If all goes to plan, the results should be spectacular. Now, to get to work crafting these pieces for the float, I could use an assistant versed in the arcane arts to enhance the Uyuipo's conductivity. Then I'd be delighted to help. Everyone else should head back to Hanu. We'll join you at the float once the work here is complete. Thanks, Kyle. Alright. Everyone here? No, not yet. As Wukivu said, the festival really is a spectacle to behold. Gathering the Uyuipo was a trial in and of itself. At first, Wukivu criticized everything I did. Then he suddenly yelled, "I've spoken ill of the third promise and must punish myself," and proceeded to slam his head into Uyuipo tree. I told him not to worry about it again, and it was like snuffing out a candle. He's an odd one, that's for sure. At least we've seen to the poles and the new eye. Now we just have to wait for the feathers from the twins. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. Over there by the float, isn't that the third promise? Then the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of reeds by reviving Ihihana. The festival is a prayer for the healthy crops, but does she honestly believe that will be enough to save our harvest? The second promise, meanwhile, barely glanced at the fields before leaving Hanu altogether. Maybe we asked too much of our young claimants. Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to count Koana out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reeds something about what needs to be done. Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. That sounds like Arcona. One look at the reeds was all he needed to think up of a solution. Be that as it may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed, as soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. It took some doing, but we managed to gather competitors to vie for the title of Winds Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate his feathers. You should have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feathers sailing for Malms. We had to turn ourselves, but it's more difficult than it looks. Poor Ehrenfels twirled in the air for a moment before landing on his foot. I am a gleaner. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we've brought the wood and gemstone replacements crafted by Wook-Ivu. All that's left is to attach them. Has it been decided who will ride the floats? Papa was the guest of honor the last time I was here. I remember being surprised they could even lift the thing with his hulking weight on top of it. The rider must be a personage of great esteem, which is why an invitation is usually extended to the Dawn Servant. This time, however, I have another in mind. Oh, who is it? Our beloved Ihihana. The lifting of wings is only being held because of you and your companions. Thus do I nominate you, Llamahat, as our guest of honor. Huh? Me? This boat won't make me seasick, will it? I don't think so. Then weigh anchor. I can hardly refuse requests from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to ride your float. Thank you, Llamahat. I have roles for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying the festival float in a slow procession towards Kozama'Uka, where the sacred likeness of Ishahi is ensconced. What I'd like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife so that the procession can move along unimpeded. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still until Wook-Ivu has finished with the float? Let me come along and help with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Wook-Ivu with the repairs. If you aren't sure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That will lead you across the bridges to the stride of the sun. Then we shall see to clearing it end to end. The Ihihana procession often runs afoul of territorial creatures on the way to Kozama'Uka. I would greatly appreciate you removing those threats in advance. I'll get to work. By the time you're done mashing monsters, the float will be good as new. With my lack of combat skills, I would only get underfoot. Happy hunting. So I'm going to finish up this quest line, and I might have to stop the stream because we're having internet problems here and we have to reset everything, which means I'll lose connection to the server and, you know. Weapons at the ready. We'll make short work of this task. If the float functions as I think it does, I would not be surprised if it were attracting the creatures. The concentration of aether would be an irresistible lure. The degree to which Ivu pursues his interest is remarkable. Apparently his studies of the Kozama'Uka region were so invigorating that he decided to move here and immerse himself in the culture. As Hanu said, Kozama'Uka should be down this way, then off to the east when the path branches, then something about bridges in the stride of the sun? Anyway, let's split up and get to work. Once you've called all the threats, you can find... we'll meet up in front of Kishaihi. Alright, there's our first one. Stink shell. Alright, now we go east. Oh, there's Kryl. Hey, Kryl. I told you, you don't need to watch over me anymore. I just wanted to say hello. Ooh, I like how the bridge like curves. Ooh. Oh, there's Llamahat killing an ugly little thing. Ha! That's one down. I wonder if you can see into it. Alright, further east we go. At this rate, we'll soon have the route to Kozama'Uka secured. Oh, Aw, those frogs look so sad. I mean, they're perished, but you know. Oh, Alize is here. Now this is my kind of busy work. Oh, that's really cool. Some funky music. You were a step ahead of us. This must be the likeness of Kishai'i, Kishai'i, the Hanuhanu deity of the harvest. Even their sacred images are woven with reeds. Makes you appreciate how much their culture revolves around the reed harvest, doesn't it? It's said that the Kishai'i was worshipped on another continent. This ancient faith was then brought to Tural by the first Hanuhanu. The Hanu migrated here from another continent, then mayhap the two do share a common ancestor. This is all very fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to Hanu? He'll want to know the path is safe for the procession. Right, and I needed to ride on the float. I'll run ahead and tell him we're done here. Meanwhile, in Okanu,
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you. Much less one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
We wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry. She's on her way back already?
Stand back, Wukevu! I will protect the float!
Are you trying to be brave, little bird?
I could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Llamahat and her friends, we can hold Ihuykatumu again! This is a priceless treasure! And as festival leader, I would die to protect it!
Very well, if that's what you want.
Cha-cha!
Everything into that blow.
Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us. But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn. Or all together, if you'd like.
Calm yourself, Chosen One.
If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre. What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating nuts. Lucky for you. Eh?
Ugh, two heads. I see Mamuk still clings to that loathsome hope.
Talk to us, Third Promise. You're not dying, are you?
It'll take more than that to kill me. So, are we having this festival or not?
Yes! Yes, we are!
All right. He waited for us to leave so he could steal the float, a coward and a thief. I'm thankful we made it back before anyone was seriously injured. Given the nature of the rite of succession, I expect such altercations are inevitable. I'm glad we kept the float out of Bakul Judge's clutches, but gods, he brushed me aside like I was a bothersome gnat. A tense encounter. I'm thankful Alphino thought to share those link pearls. If I've learned one thing in my life, it's that poor manners often betray poor character. Thank you for coming to our rescue. I tried to protect the float, but against that two-head, I may as well have not been there at all. Nonsense! You stood your ground and bought us the time we needed to make it back. You were incredibly brave. Let's choose some dye. I think I have a bunch of those already. With that exciting interlude over, you'll be pleased to know that my repairs are finished as well. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I should hope the reminder is unnecessary. Oh, Kali, see? I remember. Alright, we gotta go around and say... Oho Kali? What? The float is fixed? Our fallen friends would be glad to know that. Iana will soon be underway. They would have wanted us to honor them with celebration, not let their loss deter us from it. I must go and enjoy the festival for those who no longer can. Hokaili. The festival is about to begin? What do you expect me to say? Besides, of course I'll be there. Cleaning up the storm's aftermath may have been hard on us all, but the lifting of wings is tradition, and a joyous one at that. I won't sit here brooding my days away. Give me a moment to get ready. Thank you for letting me know. I would very much like to attend the festival, but the repairs should be finished as soon as possible. What to do, what to do. The Hanu were pleased to hear their festival is going ahead, I imagine. Yep. That as well. Once your friends return, the lifting of wings can begin at last. Hey.
So few have come.
Patience. Once Ihihana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Just so. Ukewu knows well the heart of the Hanu. Have faith, Third Promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
Right. Off we go.
Ihihana is a prayer for bountiful harvest. But this is not its only meaning. It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers, a commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Llamahat, the savior of our beloved festival! Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out, but do not even think of dropping her! Ready and...
I could get used to this.
That funny dance.
Will empty bellies stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promise would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
Right, we've enough bearers now. Onwards to Kozama'Uka!
I like their dance.
Watch well, for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of Ihihana. The float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy. Keshaihi then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
Mega Bimu! Oh.
It worked.
Like a literal charm.
The float really was helping the reeds.
That was amazing! To think that such a thing was even possible!
I told you, didn't I? Spectacular. Certainly. Even deprived of their usual sustenance, the Hanu seemed invigorated the moment the vessel began. Ihihana truly is magical. I wasn't sure what to expect, but the festival was admittedly impressive. I like to take a turn riding the float. What? It looked like fun. Don't pretend the thought didn't cross your mind. I mean, it did. With their fields rejuvenated, the Hanuhanu too might finally replenish their flagging reserves of aether. I was too quick to dismiss the idea that the float had arcane properties. I think I wanted to believe that no one knew more about Ihihana than me. As it turns out, there are many things I have yet to learn. That's okay. Could I have left the float behind like that? I was so excited to see the reeds. Nothing to worry yourself over. My brethren have been swept up by festival fever. Last I saw, they were taking turns on the carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please feel free to look over the fields and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished.
Some of them still look a bit sickly.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, the entire field should eventually recover.
Where does that leave us with the feet, then?
You've got nothing to fear on that account. Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task. That you recognized the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihihana proves your dedication. What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper. We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic and reducing Ihihana to hollow theater.
Kona!
I was delayed by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good time.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
What? You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity. It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
A
Such a
method I
nerd.
could not have devised without the education I received at the studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
Hmm.
Archon allies?
You see, Llamahat, this is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology.
Hmm.
Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
I think he's missing the forest for the trees there, but, you know.
Well, you always were the clever one, brother.
Your approach was no less effective, Llamahat. It achieved the same result.
Indeed it did. And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
Absolutely.
I did. It was so much fun. Having visited your village before, I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihihana. With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu. And I like you even more now than I did before.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either. I'll never look at our float the same way again.
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
Woo! 2 down. 5 to go. Ooh, it's orange.
5 more to go.
And on to the next.
See ya, Kona.
Not even a moment of celebration. That's Kona for you.
The third promise? You must join us for Ihihana next season. As Dawn servant, of course.
Right. It's back to Turihiola for now. Thank you for having us. I look forward to seeing you all again.
Well, that was certainly quirky.
These are interesting times indeed.
The concoction was brewed by Kona himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
Alright. While Kona seems a decent sort, he strikes me as a man who likes to keep others at a distance. That makes 2 out of 7 keystones. So far, so good. Where has Bakul Jaja gone, I wonder, and what did his followers mean by their other prospects? I'm curious as to who these Archons the second promise mentioned could possibly be. My journey has just started, and already I've met so many wonderful people. Wook Ivu for one, he's a bit eccentric, but everyone could stand to be as respectful of other cultures as he is. And Hanu, it warmed my heart to see him honor his departed friend through Ihihana and to help others do the same. I can't help but feel excited thinking who else I might meet over the course of the contest. Come on, let's head up. Let's head back to Ibaliev to A. Some of these names are gonna struggle with the entire time. Alright, going back to Tuliolo. The music has been such a vibe so far. I don't know about you, but I'm really enjoying it. Pray we don't cross paths with Bakul Jaja at the next feat. But even if we do, we've made a good start on these challenges. Hopefully we can keep it up. I noticed Saralja was not at the Hanu village. Yet in a contest like this one, 'tis only a matter of time until the claimants are pitted against each other in direct competition. The Hanu's festival must be as central to their traditions as the sundrop dances to the Vanu. I have not forgotten our obligations to Llamahat, but it's moments like these, when we can immerse ourselves in the cultures of others, that fill me with anticipation for the new experiences this adventure will bring us. When Llamahat declared her intention to save the festival, I feared where it would lead us. I'm glad to see my concerns were unfounded. Traveling with so large and diverse a group is unfamiliar to me, if she could see me now. Look at us! The contest has barely begun, and we already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing this well. We can only hope. We've now won keystones from both the Feat of Reeds and the Feat of Gold. Surely that means our approach to the contest was the right one? So it would seem, by continuing to retrace Kulul Jaja's journey as presented in the saga, we should find the remaining electors in turn. Then let's visit the Giants next. Like Kryl said, the fact that they were searching for the Golden City might mean they know something useful. The home of the Yakui is in the upper reaches of the Urkopacha. Unless you're keen on scaling the cliffs, we'll have to take the long way around through Kozama'Uka. This route will take us close to the Moblin village, which is another important location in the saga. Since we'll need all the keystones eventually, it makes sense to pay them a visit while we're passing through. So we call on the Moblins first then. Let's head there right now. I'm afraid right now is going to be a problem. The flight of Wee Wingless, the great stairs leading to the Moblin settlement, collapsed in the storm. What are we to do then? There is an alternative, but it requires preparation. Until it's ready, you could rest at the cabins or see more in the city, whatever you prefer. Just to be sure, you'll accept any method of travel as long as it gets us to our destination? Of course! Who do you take me for? Then as your guide, I will see to the arrangements. Well, it seems we have some free time on our hands. Let us make the most of it. I need to get my axe repaired. I nicked the blade pretty badly when I took a swing at Pakul Jaja. That reminds me, I never got around to introducing you to Ropley, did I? He's the man in charge of Wachu Meki Meki, and a good person to know. Want to come along? Sure. Let's go then. Ready? The markets of Wachu Meki Meki are to the east, on the other side of the Bayside Bevy. Well, alrighty then. This is Aunt T's Tacos, named for its owner here, the lovely T Soul. If you're after the best tacos in Tuliolo, this place sits at the top with Shabalyav Te'e. You say that, Third Promise, but you only ever eat at Beruk Evu's food. Come and buy mine for a change. Sorry, T Soul, it has been a while, hasn't it? I swear I'll stop for a bite once the contest is over. I mean, for right here. Tacos. My, the Third Promise. How might I assist you in this fine morning? Well met, Ropley. I need to buff a nasty nick out of my axe blade. Yes, it's been chipped quite terribly. Trying to cleave rocks again? Were we? Or something like that. Think you can fix it? You stand among Tural's most prestigious gathering of artisans and ask this question? It's child's play. We'll have it repaired for you in 2 shakes of an alpaca's tail. Good to hear. I leave it in your capable hands. Who's your companion, if I may ask? This is Rohi, great adventurer I recruited from across the salt. I brought him here to meet you, actually. Thought he might have reason to visit Waku Meki Meki sooner or later. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Ropley, humble representative of this grand center of trade. A pleasure to meet you. You there, stop dithering in the shadows and announce your business already. Hmm? I've seen that man somewhere before. He was on the boat. The jewelry maker you met on the voyage over. Oh, I remember. I spoke with him too. Fonjantain? Yes, that was his name. You've been loitering like a flighty admirer who can't pluck up the courage to confess his feelings. Out with it then. Why are you here? This is to say... Run away! And we're no closer to solving that enigma. I wonder if he could use someone to talk to. I say we go and ask. Let me know by a link pearl if you find him first. And off we go. Could he be in the restaurants? Where did he go? Didn't see him over here. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Where could they be? Did I like run right past them? I'm not seeing them at all. Oh, there he is. You were conversing with Master Ropley, but wait, we've met before, haven't we? On the ship? Why is this guy so weird? You found him? Good, I'll be right there. Why did you run off like that? Did you have business with Ropley or not? Please, you needn't concern yourselves with my affairs. I am undeserving of such attention. Huh? What are you going on about? I beg of you, do not ask me to explain. Do not. Sorry, but the more you tell me not to, the more curious I become. Besides, you look like you need a friend. You are too kind, so be it. I suppose I can share with you a morsel of my misery. Before I came to Tuliolo, I worked as a goldsmith at the most prestigious jewelry market in all of Ul'dah, Eshtame's Aesthetics. Oh, it started off well enough, but as the days passed, everything began to go wrong. Compared to the masterpieces of my talented colleagues, my products were lacking mediocre. I lost all confidence, crippling doubt had possessed me, and any veneer of bravado I tried to put forth soon cracked beneath its weight. Thus did I take ship, hoping to find a fresh beginning on new shores, yet as you witness, I lack the courage to even approach a potential employer. You stand before man wallowing in the wreckage of his ill-spent existence. Alright then. You offered a morsel, then served us the full course. You must have really wanted someone to hear your story. If you like, I could try to give you a few words of advice. Then you have experience with my predicament of feeling terribly inadequate compared to your undeniably superior peers? Well, when you put it that way, Not me, I'm Llamahat, third promise of Tuliolo. Daughter of the Dawn Servants. Oh, of course. You're a member of the royal family. Please forgive my presumptuousness. But what of you? Have you ever measured your work against that of your colleagues and found yourself wanting? On occasion, you can't measure your worth by the success of others. How can I not? Should my work not meet the same exacting standards? No new commissions will be forthcoming. What then was the point of my becoming a goldsmith? Looking back, 'twas my father who inspired me to take up the trade. His exquisite creations brought radiant smiles to the faces of his clients, and I admired him deeply for it. But in the course of striving to be as great a goldsmith as him, I lost sight of my original motivation. All I ever wanted was to spread joy through my craft as he did. Perhaps I will give this one last try. Thank you both for reminding me of what is truly important. It is truly important. Oh. Oh, sorry, Rohi. I didn't mean to ignore you. But yes, I'm glad to see Fonjontaine is giving himself another chance. I can't help but wonder if Fonjontaine will follow through. Let's see if he's actually gone to talk with Rohi. Is there an Aetherite nearby? There is. 'Twas kind of you to come, but you needn't worry, I've found my courage. Pray accept my apologies for my earlier behavior. My name is vNyan, and I am a goldsmith from Ulda in faraway Eorzea. I realize this is a bold request, but I should like to continue practicing my trade here in Watku Meki. If you will have me, I ask only for the opportunity to bring happiness to others with my creations. So that's what it was about. You were looking for work. Consider yourself hired. Watchu Meki is always in need of skilled craftsmen and women. I'll handle the necessary paperwork. Can you start tomorrow? Yes, of course. I must thank you both again for your sage and timely advice. I don't know that I was all that helpful. But you were. Had you not come to speak with me, I would not have had the moment of much needed self-reflection. Baguette. The arrangements have been made. Come and meet me at the entrance of High Tide Harbor. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you have my axe ready, Ropley? Ready and waiting. Behold the sublime touch of a Watchu Meki artisan. Oh, it's as sharp and deadly as the first day I held it. Thank you. Well, good luck to you, vNyan. Let me know if that doubt creeps back in. I'd be happy to talk you out of it. As for us, we should head for the harbor. Wouldn't want to help Erinville waiting. Alright. I'm sure that plays into something else later on. All that waiting was making me hungry, so I tried a taco from both Balyav Teye and Aunt T's. I think I prefer Tisol's spicier flavors. I went to re-examine the Tuliolo saga. Should we continue apace? We shall soon come face to face, or rather, face to knee, with those enormous Yakui. I am told some of them tower over even the hulking Galul Jelja. I wandered through the Bayside markets and found earrings almost identical to mine. They indeed seem to be a common travel charm, just as Mablu described. I wonder what Erinville's alternate means of travel is. I mean, we're in a harbor. Gonna be a boat. Enough with the secrecy. What's this big plan of yours? Look there. That is my big plan. It's pulled by a manatee. What is that? It's a Punuti. She'll be pulling our boat upriver. How do we know she won't thrash about and sink us instead? They're gentle and timid creatures, for the most part. She's unlikely to cause a fuss unless you give her reason to. First alpacas, now Punutis? We're relying a lot on animals for this journey. We should be thankful we have an animal expert as our guide then. But did it have to be my old nemesis, another boat? Well, I took you for someone who was up for the challenge. Was I wrong? Ugh. Long ago, when fighting still raged between the clans, the inhabitants of Kozama'Uka rode these riverboats to move swiftly through hostile territory. But the vessels see little use with Tural now at peace, so I was able to borrow one of the few which remain. I did consider a dirigible, but the pilots warned me that the updrafts near the falls would make landing difficult. You said you borrowed one, yet there appear to be several on the water. Kona. Namatai, traveling up the river, I presume. Seems that way. Does this mean you've earned 2 keystones already? I can't believe how well you've managed despite undertaking the contest alone. I was never alone. I've had my own entourage with me since the beginning. My friend, oh god, of course. We're friends, it's been, well, not that long. Tancred, Oriange, what are you doing here? Escorting a promise, the same as you. I'd heard much of the incomparable Archons during my time at the Studium. As soon as the contest was confirmed, I thought who better to recruit to my cause. I contacted the Scholar, who has arranged an introduction to these 2 gentlemen. The 2 dads. The second promise had specific requirements. They who would be his assistants must boast both proven survival skills and mastery of the arcane arts. Thus did Thancred and I receive the summons. My own studies concentrated on technology which our people could readily use, such as inventions born of magitech or clever engineering. Where magic was concerned, I covered only the foundation. Knowing you 2, I expect you had other reasons for accepting the job. A few. The nation of Tuliolol spans an entire continent. Depending on who wins the throne, the world may be plunged into instability once more. Ever have we striven to preserve peace? Where is our place if not here and now? It's true. We did our due diligence, of course, and made sure of who we were working with before agreeing to this endeavor. He's even more opaque than Urianger at times, but is surprisingly... That's quite enough of that. We must be on our way. Wait, I have one question before you leave. Kona and Llamahat are vying for the throne. As Kona's entourage, does that mean you're resolved to defeat all his opponents, including us? She wants to fight him. We're sworn to do all in our power to win this contest for Kona, even if it means competing against our own comrades. We intend to hold nothing back and expect you do the same. And we won't disappoint you. We get to beat him up. Thought you were taking a boat. If even you have been forced to travel on water, then the others will be doing the same. I would rather walk than risk confrontation on a leaky barge with no possibility of retreat. Oh. But what was he doing here? It's true that I can't stand boats, but I trust the route Aaronville has chosen for us. Blush? Leave the handling of the punity, or what is that word? Leave the handling of the punity to me. Should other wildlife attack us, however, I may have difficulty keeping her under control. Do your best to draw them away as far from the front of the boat as possible. Oh, is this a dungeon unlock? Then we shall remain on deck and stand guard, although it may be wise to have at least one of us sit up front with Anvil just in case. I like to stay on the deck. I'm eager to put my pictomancy to the proof. And I'll take any chance to show you that I can hold my own on the battlefield. Then Kral will stand on guard with Rohi. Alright. I'll keep Erinville company then. With my blade, I can respond more quickly to threats than Alphino. Thank you. If a fight breaks out, I'll try to stay out of your way. Then I shall endeavor to provide aid where it is needed. I can do that as well. That should cover most eventualities. Secure your gear and board the boat when you're ready. Aye aye, Captain. Let the hunt begin. Yep, dungeon. Alright. Should be level 61, I think? Or is it 62? Or 91. It's 60. Alright. What class do I want to go as? Let's go as Pictomancer. And we'll do the duty supports. Yep, that's fine. Alright. First Dawntrail dungeon, let's go. That thing is just moving. That's gotta be one powerful beast. Alright. The cool Jaja's up ahead. Oh. We're in for some rain, it seems. Oh! There's the other boat. We almost ran into it. Oh, well.
Take that!
Oh, is he gonna attack our boat? Yep. The harness. See you upriver if you make it that far. They just... Wow. Well, we can't go up a waterfall, so... I think we're fine. Oh. There's oh, it's our first boss. Right. Oh. It's all fat. I guess I point this out. gear did we get from that? Nothing I can use. River's Breath sets. Well, into the underground.
Show you.
Just take a look in here. It's a waterfall. That's pretty cool. The shadows and everything. Alright, let's go up the ladder. Oh, look who it is. Oh, wow. Thanks, Thancred. I'd expect nothing less from him. Ooh. Really cool. Right, we got some... Oh, I forgot to prepare my motifs. Like, the environment design for these dungeons is like so much more interesting. Like, they have so many different more props and everything. It's not just like stone. Very nice. Another ladder. Let's take a nice little look. I really like how they just added only the plants basically where the sun will come in through. That's really good. They really thought it through. Ooh, oh my goodness. This looks so cool. The lighting is so nice. I mean, it really shows in the graphics update here. Get out of my way, Llamahat. She's just always gonna go in front of me. Okay. Well, let's see what this boss is about. They are a drowsy. Oh, they're a little sleepy. Alright, let's go. Drowsy dance. Is he gonna put us to sleep? Oh. Okay. Are those cones? Vines. Okay, you really gotta dodge them now. Oh. Sneeze? Spits. Can we get behind him? Oh. All that came out of him? We'll make quick work of them.
You'll not escape this!
I'm glad that didn't hit me. Drowsy dance. Okay. Like this would be safe. Well, that was really fun. Interesting mechanics. I love the boss design though, that was really nice. And this area is so nice. What the heck? I wish I could have a little underground cave thing like this. That is a very, so far, a very enjoyable dungeon. Oh my goodness, it just keeps getting so good. Look at this. There's all the river we came up. Very nice. This almost looks like that manatee thing. You know? Maybe there's a little mouth right there. I should probably eat some food. This is good EXP here. That looks like it might be the boss. Yeah. And there he goes. So he's been killing all these things.
Cannot stop us! You'll not escape this!
Yeah, the trees are also like different colors. Really nice. So very colorful. And it's not like too much, like it's very pleasing. Apex Predator. Alright, let's get this bug. Squash it with our hammer. Fights? missing? Sandworms. Oh. I like the mix of the mechanics, how there was like other things going on while the boss is doing stuff. That was pretty cool. Wasn't too challenging, like the damage isn't that high, but ooh, I got the orchestrion roll. Alright, let's see what they gotta say. I hope Alize and Airville are alright. That's the biggest bug I've ever seen. Same. Well, Kona has gotten ahead of us now. Excuse me.
This is as far as we can go on foot, it seems. We'll have to head back and see about fixing the boat.
They've already done it.
Hey! Everyone all right?
I was worried we might not catch up to you. Those caverns you traversed were dug by the Yakuy in their search for gold. Remnants of their excavations can be found throughout this region. While I appreciate the lesson, oh wise guy, are we landing this boat anytime soon? Our river journey is almost over. For proof of that, you need only look ahead. The falls were impressive enough from a distance, but it's almost too much now. Yes, amazing. No, please let me off. No more boats. Are you? Oh, you're not alright. I should be surprised if she was. Even without the nausea, we're all spent. There is a mountain shelter nearby, a resting spot for those who've ascended the stairs. I suggest we make use of it. That would be a welcome respite. Have you the strength for a short walk, Llamahat? We can rest along the way too. Damn it all. The promise is meant to lead from the front, not mule and moan like a sick kitten. Llamahat. Ignore me. It's the nausea talking. I'm fine, really. Lead on. I'll follow. Very well, but if I might say one thing. Because you're a promise or a claimant for the throne doesn't mean you can't be seen to struggle. You didn't bear this burden alone. So please don't hesitate to talk to us. We're always willing to lend an ear. But, Kryl, leaning on others is a skill all leaders require. You as well? Absolutely. I've always believed this is my problem alone, but perhaps you have the right of it. Alright, talk about things. Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. Of course, as long as you need. I'll be waiting at the shelter when you're ready. I've long felt that I could never tell anyone when I was confused or hurting that admitting to weakness would bring shame to Papa's name. But if you say you're willing to listen, then there are things I'd like to talk about. Come on, let's catch up with the others. Alright, where are we? are like way down in here. I think I still have my summoner thing on, so probably while I was summoning my paintings, I was summoning my carbuncles. I forgot about that. Yeah. That's funny. I'll put it back to summoner. This seems a cozy spot for Llamahat to let her guard down. I know it can't be easy for her. Now that I've decided to share, I feel so nervous. The place is called Many Fires for the constant stream of peddlers and travelers who make camp here after climbing the stairs. This side of the region is so different from where the Hanu live, the striking colors of the vegetation alone. We should stop here for the night. I understand the desire to rush ahead, but we need to recuperate from our punishing river adventure. Then let's settle in. We'll need a cook fire and there's a meal preparation to be done. Can they do tacos?
I've been meaning to ask, but how does one become the adopted child of the Dawn Servant?
I was but a ball of fuzz at the time, so I don't remember much. My earliest memories are of life in the palace. All I know is that I was born in Ikbrash, a village in Yaktel. But I've never bothered to return there. As far as I'm concerned, Ulul Jaja is my only parent.
I quite understand. I have no memories of my birth parents either. For a while, I wanted to learn who they were. But over time, that curiosity waned. Galuf was my dear grandfather, and he was all I needed.
So our situations were quite similar. Even though Papa already had a trueborn son, he raised me and Kona with no less love. One time, I'd wandered off alone into the forest and gotten lost. Before I became a meal for some beast, Papa dropped everything and came to my rescue. I was scared and sobbing and ready for a scolding, but the head of resolve praised me for surviving the ordeal. I did get my lecture from the head of reason, though. He went on and on about the dangers of the jungle and all the horrible ways I could have died. Growing up, Papa was kind and patient, but a tyrant when it came to training. Now, of course, I realize he was preparing me for my duties as a promise. For all the good it did. There's so much I failed to learn about my own country. Whether it's alpacas or Ihihana, I hardly know anything. I've lived such a sheltered life, yet convinced myself I understood Tural and its people. I don't have Kona's education, or Zoralja's strength. I'm all bluff and bravado, not fit to bear my title.
Size of that mug. I know this is a serious moment, but why do you want the throne? I think we should remind her that her path, her reason is the strongest.
Why? Because my father built a nation where everyone can live in peace. And I want to keep it that way. I think I see what you're saying. My reasons for joining the contest have nothing to do with my brothers. It's always been about the Turali and what I can do for them.
You said it yourself. How important it is to properly know something. To hear the voices of others, empathize with how they feel, and think how best to serve. In so doing, you'll come ever closer to being the person you wish to be.
I'm sorry, everyone. I've been a fool. From this moment on, I'll stop trying to be the promise I'm not. I won't feign strength to hide my weaknesses. Step by step, I'll learn all there is to know and love about Tulihyolal and my fellow Turali. It might not be the smoothest path, but it'll be a path of my own making. I will find a city of gold for all of us, along with the answers you seek about your grandfather, Kryl. I swear.
I appreciate it, Llamahat, but you needn't take on that burden as well. Galuf Baldessian dedicated his life to protecting people from all manner of threats. As his granddaughter, I wouldn't wish to endanger others for the sake of a personal investigation. So let's just concentrate on winning the contest. We have a shared goal, and, if at all possible, I'd rather we enjoy the journey.
Hear, hear. We are companions on the same road, bound for the same destination. With our combined talents, nothing will stop us from reaching the Golden City.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends. Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
They seem to be enjoying themselves. Are you sure you don't want to go and say a word to your sister?
Nay, there is no need for that. But what of you two? Llamahat's allies are your comrades. It must feel strange to be rivals.
Helping you has made us rivals, aye, but we're not about to break into fisticuffs over it. Unless, of course, it is a matter of winning or losing the contest. Then I'll have no qualms about putting Alizé on her rear.
Despite our long history, never have I been given the chance to test myself against our companions. The thought stirreth within me a most unexpected sense of competition.
Lamachi has surrounded herself with distinguished figures indeed. One of the Studium's finest graduates, the head of the students of Baldessian. And then, there's Eorzea's vaunted champion. If he's half the hero you say, then the odds are stacked against us. Not that I have any intention of bowing out. Our time in Urkopacha only served to strengthen my resolve. We saw how a single storm cut off the alpaca roots and threw my people's lives into disarray. Such uncertainties are why I advocate for the adoption of Sharlayan innovations, that Tuli Yolal might know greater stability and prosperity. Our nation can change for the better, and I will be the man to change it.
Well, it's a start. I imagine your experiences on this journey, all the things you'll hear and feel and think, will help you refine that approach. But to return to the subject of the rite, I'm a touch concerned by the condition for victory. The claimant who breaks the seal becomes Dawn Servant, not the one who performed the 7 feats first.
The would-be victor need only possess the 7 keystones.
That is correct. As the contest wears on, we must brace ourselves for greater conflict.
Your rivals still lag behind. The second and third promise may have recruited competent lackeys, but none compared to you. How can they hope to compete with the resilient son? The only child ever sired by a two-head. Only the ignorant or foolish could fail to see that you were born to be Dawn's servant.
Such titles mean nothing.
I neglected to mention. When I first heard the rumors that the contest involved the Golden City, I spoke in confidence with Gulul Jaja's inner circle. They all agreed on one thing. Whoever reaches the City of Gold will attain a power so great, it can dictate the course of history. If this power truly exists, then I humbly beg a fair share of it. Time is passing, and I would put my plans in motion without delay. The useless tool is cast aside after all. And just so there is no misunderstanding, you consent to this course, no matter who is made to suffer.
In battle, everyone bleeds. The Dawn's promise is no exception. What better lesson to teach our people the folly of war?
I was hoping for a good scrap, but this bloated sack of bile was no challenge at all.
I wonder if the house cat is dead yet.
Be ashamed to lose a plaything, but we'd still have 2 more.
If I may ask, Chosen One, what are your plans for Tuli Yolal after you take the throne?
Plans? What makes you think we care about all that? We care only about the contest and proving our superiority. That would surely please Mother and Father. Yes, and when we become Dawn's servant, we'll drive out the weakling masses and invite our king to live in the city. Fine idea! Our family deserves better than that rotten jungle. But do it then. We must catch up to that one-headed pretender and remind him of the natural order.
I made it.
I thought we were missing someone. Where have you been?
Oh, I feared I was done for when I fell from the boat. Yet, somehow I made it. Oh, my arms, I can barely lift them. If I could just rest a moment.
You expect us to wait for you? Those who can't keep up will be left behind. My brother has spoken. March, or be fodder for the beasts.
But I followed the teachings. Everything I've done, everything I've sacrificed, all has been for the blessed seedlings. Wait. Don't leave me behind! I'm begging you!
Alright. Glad we could take a moment to talk things through. Llamahat seems much happier for it. It is good to see Llamahat more sure of herself. I have some small experience with the pressures of leadership and crumbling beneath its weight. As you well know, if anything good can be said to have come of my failures, I hope it's my capacity to help others avoid similar mistakes. It doesn't matter if Llamahat's scared of alpacas or gets sick on boats. It doesn't change who she is or what she means to her people. True. Being able to say those things has brought me such relief. It's like a stone has been lifted off my chest and I can take a full breath at last. I don't want to encumber myself like that again. I want to be better, will be better, for my people and myself. Awesome. Alright, so I think we'll end the stream there for now. I think I have to get to 92 for the next part. Yeah. So, I'll do some stuff off stream and we'll get back to more MSQ later. I'll probably be streaming MSQ tomorrow during the day. We'll see how it works out. But thanks for everyone that stopped by and for all those watching later. I hope to see you next time. Drink some water, stay hydrated, and remember to be kind to someone today, even if it's yourself. Okay. Alright. We'll end it here. So, bye for now. See you next time.